Happy weekend! It is Ella Whitaker, exclusive Black Status presenter with Younique and makeup artist. So tonight I have to show you something that, because this is not a revelation, people have been doing this on different objects besides your face. And I wanted to do a quick demo here live, so you're going to want to share this. So I'm going to use an orange, and we always talk about primer to add to your face. And what is primer? So I'm going to be adding some primer here on one side of the orange. Okay, so I'm just going to rub this in. And the reason why I like to use an orange, even though it's not your skin and it doesn't have the warm touch, but it is an item and a fruit that has porous skin. So what primer does is it fills in the gaps in your skin, like your pores, fine lines. And a little bit goes a long way in regards to primer, but primer does a fantastic job in order to cover those pores, fill in those gaps. It warms to the skin beautifully. What I love to do is put on primer and wait to put on my foundation. I usually wait 5 minutes. I brush my teeth. I might even do my hair, which will take longer than 10 minutes. And the longer, the better. And what I've done is I've done it on, which is my, I guess my right side here. So I put primer on here, okay? I'm gonna just make sure just a little, that I got it. This is a big orange. So I'm using a foreign object. I feel like I'm Tom Hanks and Wilson, but instead of a basketball, it's an orange. So I'm using this as a demo. So on this side, there is no product, okay? So you can see how porous that whole orange is. So on this side, you can already see that this is the side without primer. And you can see that it's really porous on here, that you can see all of the angles of this. Now, this side already has primer, so you can already see that it's already starting to fill in the gaps. Now, your skin is obviously not like this. Like an orange is obviously really, really porous. It's a little bit different than our skin, but it's a perfect example that I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use concealer. So I'm using concealer here on one side. And feel free to share this because it's going to show a huge difference here. Okay, so I'm going on here with concealer. This is the side that does not have primer. Then I'm going to go on the other side and show you the difference. So it's like I'm painting. Has anyone gone to like painting classes where you can like whine all night? It's awesome. That's what I feel like I'm doing right now. Or I feel like I'm working on a client, but that's not an orange. Okay, so this is what it does to an orange, okay? This is the difference of primer. This is how ridiculous how primer is such a fantastic product. And like I always say, primer in general is one of my top 3 products that I like to use no matter what. And primer can be used on its own throughout the day. You don't even need to put foundation or anything else on top of your primer. What it does is it creates a flawless kind of complexion where it does fill in those pores. And, well, it doesn't fill in those pores, it molds to it. And it also kind of helps, I guess what it does is hide those lines and really makes a flawless complexion. And so when you put your foundation and your concealer on top of it, it's going to make a side that adheres the makeup. It'll last long throughout the entire day, but fills in those pores. That's how incredible primer is. So see how porous this side is? This is just concealer on an orange. And on this side, we have primer and a concealer. It fills in all the gaps. It helps with making even skin tone for any of your application on top of it. That's how incredible it is. So this month you get a primer with the Flawless 4. So whenever you're purchasing a foundation or the concealer, you definitely want primer. That's hands down. I always say that to my customers, you want primer. Because foundation, what it does is it'll sink into your skin, it'll seep in there, and it'll also, it won't last as long throughout the day. If you wear a primer, it's gonna last throughout the entire day, and it's gonna adhere the foundation and make it look beautiful on your skin. So yet again, I'm doing an experiment on an orange. Yes, it's not a face, but I'm using makeup on this. This is my Wilson, okay? So on this side, I've done concealer, and this side, I wanted to demo how primer makes a huge difference on the face. And then what I use is primer first and then concealer. And that is the huge difference of what primer does on your skin. Primes the skin, fills in all the gaps, makes your pores flawless, your fine lines and so forth, and then to put foundation. Now our primer, I have to say, hands down, is one of the best primers on the market and is absolutely incredible. So this month with the Flawless 4, you pretty much get a foundation or the primer for free because it's the same price. So you don't want to miss this Flawless 4 just for the simple fact of the primer. Forget the foundation, the concealer, which everyone really hums and haws about. My thing is the primer. Absolutely love it. So if you want to share this, fantastic, share this because it's incredible in the difference and you're going to want to show your customers. Thanks everyone. Toodles. Have a great weekend. Bye.